A form is an object nested in a window that is used to display other objects. Its structure can be viewed here in Form Designer. Let's take an overview look at a completed form and see what its structure contains. In the Form Designer, I've selected the Form Structure tab, and you can see here that each of the objects on the form are represented in that form structure. As I select various objects on the form, I can see both their structure as well as all of the attributes that have been set for that particular object. In Form Designer, it's very easy to add new objects, modify objects, delete objects, as well as set all the attributes for those objects. Notice the hierarchy of the form objects here. That's important because we'll see that that resolves into the XML file that is necessary for building those objects in Genero. Once compiled, this form is an XML file with a 42F extension. If we open that file to take a look, we see the XML representing the form as we defined it. Now notice each of the objects on the form is represented here as an element in the XML, which will, and all of its attributes, which will resolve to the object in Genero. When you run a program and load a form with the open window with form instruction or open form display form instruction, the 42F is loaded into the abstract user interface tree as the definition of the form. Each element becomes a node in the tree. Now let's run a program that uses this form and take a look at it. Here we're just launching the GDC there. And we pull up that order form and we see it here. Now I'm going to bring up the debug tree so that we can see that hierarchy of the objects and exactly how that XML file rendered it as objects in the Genero program. And as I click through here, you'll just see those particular objects highlighted or accentuated in the application itself. You can see it's the exact same form structure as we saw in Form Designer. Again, now being looked at in the abstract user interface tree as working objects. Now the way that I bring up this debug tree is by running the GDC with a -D flag, and then on the running program using Control right mouse click keystrokes to pull it up. So again, holding down the Control key and using a right mouse click will bring this up for any program, and again the GDC needs to be running with a -D or debug flag in order to pull up this debug tree.